When people hear 100 days, it can sound like a lot, like pressure, like you're being asked to completely change your life in such a short period of time. But it's not about intensity, it's about intention. Hi, my name is Halima and I'm a registered dietitian. Ubi is currently running a series titled 100 Days to a Healthier You, where nutrition and health tips are shared daily. This series focuses on two things that actually drives long-term change: consistency and knowledge, because one does not work without the other. A lot of people already have some health knowledge. Like we hear advice about food, exercise, water, and sleep, sometimes from doctors, sometimes from social media, sometimes from people around us. But the problem is that this information is often scattered, confusing, or contradictory. One day you hear that carbs are bad, the next day you hear that they're fine. One person will say avoid oil completely, the other person will say just switch the types, right? So the goal of these 100 days first is knowledge, clear, practical, evidence based information that you can take and use in your everyday life. We're not talking about extreme rules, we're not talking about trends, just clear guidance that can help you make your health feel less complicated. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Knowing what to do does not automatically translate into doing it, especially in a real life context. Because it's easy to make good choices when everything is calm, but it's harder on days that are busy, stressful, or unpredictable. Days where you're stuck in traffic, you are running late, and you're eating whatever is available because that's what your time and your money allow. That's where the second part comes in: consistency. Health habits don't just form from one good day, they form from repetition. So, seeing the same ideas again and again in different ways over time. That's why we're running this series daily. It's not because you are expected to apply every single tip perfectly every single day, but because repeated exposure shapes your behavior. So, you might see a post about balanced meals today and think, that makes sense. Next week, you see another post that reinforces the same idea. And then one day, while serving food at home or ordering food outside, you remember it and then you make a slightly different choice. That moment matters. Consistency does not mean doing everything right, it means being reminded often enough that your healthier choices start to feel more familiar. Over time, the ideas stop feeling new and start to feel normal, and that's when change becomes sustainable. Another important thing to say is this: these 100 days are not about perfection. Some days you apply what you learn, some days you won't. Some days you eat exactly how you planned, and other days life will happen, but like that's okay. Missing one day does not cancel your progress, and being inconsistent does not mean that you have failed. What matters is trying, making the effort to stay connected to the process. By the end of these 100 days, the goal is not some dramatic transformation in your body, it's something that's more realistic and more lasting, which is better understanding of your food and your health, more confidence in your choices, less confusion, and less guilt. Because when knowledge is clear and consistency is realistic, change becomes possible. So if you miss a post, don't stop. If you struggle to apply a tip, don't give up. Just keep showing up. That's why 100 days matter, not because of the number, but because learning and repetition over time actually work. The 100 days to a healthier the 100 days to a healthier you series will be returning tomorrow. So don't forget to keep up with us at Get Ubi across socials. Bye and see you next time.